The men aboard the Albion watched in horror as the two great ships collided through the storm. For brief flashes beneath the lightning, the towering hulls appeared locked together in the raging sea like battling monsters before vanishing again into darkness and rain. The sound of the impact carried even above the gale, a deep crushing roar of splintering timber and screaming iron that echoed across the channel. Captain Nathaniel Briggs stood frozen at the wheel for one stunned moment. "God help them," someone whispered behind him. Another lightning flash illuminated the scene ahead. The Boston had already begun pulling free from the shattered side of the Charlwood, while debris floated wildly between the ships, broken spars, torn rigging, shattered planking, and cargo washing through the storm-tossed sea. Then came the screams. Faint beneath the wind, men in the water. Briggs snapped back to action instantly. "Lower sails," he roared. "Bring her down before we lose steerage." Crewmen rushed through the darkness, fighting wildly, snapping canvas and rain-slick lines as they hauled down what little sail remained set. The Albion rolled violently in the seas while sailors clawed their way along the deck to obey orders. "Ready the lifeboat!" Briggs shouted next. Several men stared at him in disbelief. "In this sea?" The captain turned sharply. "There are people dying out there." No one argued again. At the stern, sailors struggled desperately with the small wooden rescue boat hanging from its davits. Waves crashed over the deck repeatedly while ropes jerked violently beneath straining hands. 3 men stepped forward without hesitation. First Mate Owen Carter, Deckhand Elias Moore, and Seaman Patrick Flynn, a broad-shouldered Irish sailor known aboard the Albion for rowing small boats through weather that wiser men avoided entirely. None of them spoke. They simply pulled on oilskins and moved toward the lifeboat. The schooner rolled heavily as another sea struck her quarter. "Easy," Carter shouted. The men lowered the boat foot by foot into the black, boiling water below, while wind and rain hammered them mercilessly. Twice the lifeboat nearly smashed against the hull before finally reaching the sea. "Go," Briggs ordered. The 3 sailors climbed down one at a time into the violently pitching craft. For a terrifying moment, the lifeboat vanished completely between towering waves. Then it rose again. Tiny, fragile, almost invisible against the monstrous sea surrounding it. "Pull!" Carter shouted. The oars bit into the black water as the men rowed toward the drifting ships ahead. Rain blinded them. Waves crashed over the bow continuously. Lightning flickered across the channel, revealing shattered masts, floating wreckage, and the crippled outline of the Charlwood wallowing heavily in the storm while the Boston drifted nearby through smoke and spray. Still the 3 men rowed onward into the darkness.